Hey there, baby girl. Oh, please. Keep your chin up, love. I am here for that date we talked about. Please, darling. I know it's hard for you to keep your eyes off me, but my face is up here. Thank you. Well, you should consider yourself rather lucky. Well, you somehow managed to convince, well, not just a demon, but a succubus to go on a date with you. I must admit, I'm rather proud. Who would have thought that the girl that I was interested in had such amazing flirting skills? I mean, as a succubus, I have to say, that is rather impressive. Oh, please, baby girl. Don't sweat it too much, okay? Alright. Come on. No, I'm not leading you anywhere dangerous. Or maybe I'm leading you into my little personal dungeon, where I'll do anything and everything I want with you. No, I'm just leading you to a cute little cafe. Because they serve the best coffee I've ever had and these cute little biscuits that they're to die for. And they have these neat little finger sandwiches that are just a treat to have. I'm leading you down this very dark and mysterious corner because, well, let's just say it's not a part of your world. Hey there. Room for two, please. Yes, for me and for the mortal. Oh. Yes, this I failed to answer is a completely run vampire cafe. Yes, everybody you see here is a vampire. Oh, please, I'm tired of that dumb superstition. Yes, vampires can go out at day. No, they're not scared of crosses. And no, crossing water is not that big of a deal. Well, the daylight thing comes from their pale skin. Because they're not technically alive, they have really pale skin. And because they don't have the warmth to keep their body awake, well, the sun kind of stings. It doesn't set them on fire. As for the crosses, that's simply because it's more of a religious thing. Most of the religious cuckoo birds back in the day used to try to hunt vampires. Some actually did maybe win. There's a one or two fringe cases where a priest would be crazy enough to get a kill. But here's the deal. Being stabbed in the hat? Kinda think everybody would die from that? Yes, they're immortal, as in they live forever, but they do die if they're killed. How does that work? Well, think about it like this, right? Everything has a beginning and an end. Yes? For a vampire, their beginning is when they are turned. And their end is when they are killed. Now, time doesn't really work for them because their body doesn't degenerate the same way that a human does. Demons act the exact same way. We don't die. We are just moving from one thing to the other. If we are killed, that's a different story. But we don't age to death. We don't die from disease. The more you know. Yeah. There are way too many misconceptions about well, how to put this in a human term? The otherworldly beings. Okay, take werewolves for example. Werewolves are not fully human when it's not a moon. Werewolves can shift freely. They are just affected by the curse on a full moon. And it's not really a curse, it's more of a birthright. The full moon just gains their power. Yeah, so they are always werewolves. They can always shift into werewolves. Just at a new moon, they are at their fullest peak of their power. And due to that, their senses tend to be a bit more, how to say, enhanced. Giving them more of their animalistic feel. Vampires, on the same hand, they don't need to drink human blood. They prefer human blood simply because it's taste. Consider it how you all like meat more than vegetables. Exactly. Now, you can take a succubus. We don't actually prey on your life force. We prey on your emotion. Demons don't actually try to take your soul. They try to take the emotions that you emit. Sometimes a certain demon might become greedy and then they might be drawing from your life energy. But we don't have to. Mummies? Mummies are simply just undeads. They're just a class of undeads. The whole mummy thing really came about because back in the days, they used to wrap the dead bodies in linen cloth to preserve the bodies. So when undeads would rise from their grave, they would be wrapped around. And human logic, for some weird reason, decided to, instead of just calling them undeads, classify them as mummies. Which is strange. Now, the undead curse works in a very peculiar way. Because there are brain-dead undeads. Undeads who, even though they woke up from death, have not fully gained consciousness. Those are the common undeads that you see all around. The skeletons, the zombies, etc. But then there are the undeads like the lich and the lichens. Well, that tend to kind of mix between. Because for the lich, they have full awareness of themselves. And as for the lichens, they're a mixture of both undeads and werewolf. Now we have to go down that road. Now you're gonna be, what's the difference in lichens and werewolf? I thought they were the exact same. Well, yes. Werewolf is more of a breed of wolf caused by a curse of the moon, where the lichens, on the other hand, they're more fabricated. They were kind of just forced to be wolves, so they're like this undead thing that's not undead but not fully alive, that is mixed with a wolf. It's very confusing, and most wolves try to avoid this topic because they hate being compared to each other, because they are very similar but they are very different things. Yeah, here we go. No, thank you. Yes, that was a headless waitress. Well, not really. Her head is probably inside watching TV or something. Oh, it's really the weirdest thing. Like, we have not even discovered how it fully functions. We can't really test and run tests on each other because, we're not gonna run illegal tests on each other. But it's an interesting occurrence. Like, she has full awareness of her body and perception of the world around her, yet her brain and her eyes are functioning on something else. It's astonishing. You see the fry cook over there? How much would you bet if I tell you that he was a tentacle monster? You see all those things moving around him? He's actually using magic. Yeah. He is covering the tentacles and making them invisible. It's a neat parlor trick just to keep the kids entertained as you see the things floating all around them. It's really pretty, and for the younger kids who don't really understand all of that, they're amused by it. So, what would you have, baby girl? You want to know more about me? Well, I work a usual 9 to 5 job. I do taxes. That's about it. Yes, I'm a succubus that works 9 to 5 in tax. No, I'm not that crazy. We do run normal jobs. Well, being a succubus is kind of a double-edged sword, really. See, the thing is, people can't control their attraction to us. We emit this signal that attracts the hormones. Whether we like it or not, it's not something we can directly control. We all emit it in some low frequency no matter what we do. We can amplify it by actually showing off more sexual appeal, but we really can't control it, and it tends to be very misleading. Oftentimes people would fall in love with us because we smile at them too much, or our laugh just made their hearts flutter, or they simply saw us and they fell in love at first sight. Oftentimes we're mistaken because that would cause people to do all kinds of silly things for our attentions and bring a massive amount of misfortune. It's kinda why I work a 9 to 5 boring job. I dress in a boring manner and I don't really do much things with the great in the crowd. Oh, coming into your dreams? Yes, we fully have that power. Yes, and it's not just wet dreams. We control your dreams completely. We have the ability to enter any one of your dreams and manipulate it in whatever way suits us. Simply because we feed off the emotions of lust. Most succubus would tend to portray your dreams in a sexual manner. That way you would give us more emotions of lust. And that way we can feed more without having to feed on your soul directly. Yeah, it's more of a mechanism to make sure that we never hurt the person that we are feeding off of. It's a way that we came up to protect our significant other. That way our significant other can support us and can give us nourishment without us having to worry about hurting. Because when we're just learning of our power, it's something that we always have to worry about. Any mishap and we can completely drain the life energy of our significant other. Well, it's hard to say because we operate in the same way as like a vampire bite. When a vampire bites you, it emits this toxin that can become very, well, intoxicating to the person being bitten. They don't feel pain, even though it may look painful. The experience becomes enjoyable, almost. It's the same way for succubus. When we start draining your soul, you feel this high, this pleasure that's almost corrupting. You want more despite the destruction that it's doing to you. And it's something that each and every single one of the succubus ever need to be aware of. Myself personally, I have a bit of a darker side of things. I tend to get carried away often. My methods of fun is a bit more, well, crude, a bit violent and twisted. I do enjoy a bit of pain and excitement, personally. And well, it can be something that's very tempting. It's almost corrupting, consuming, wanting. As you feel this heat build inside of you, you feel this searing pain just ache through your body with this rush of just pleasure afterwards, as you feel every inch of you just being corrupted more and more, this yearning coming in as you lose yourself, and then nothingness. So, as a succubus, I need to be very careful in the way I do things, with whom I do things, and what stage I do things. There needs to be planning, preparation, order, understanding. That's why I wanted to come here and talk to you. Bring you into my world. Show you around. Introduce you to the real side of, well, the monsters, quote unquote. Show you that there's a whole different world out here, not just what the humans say about us. That we too can deserve love and acceptance, just like everybody else. And maybe later, I can show you how a succubus has fun, if you catch my drift. Okay, well, shall we get to eating? Oh, please, darling. I think we're gonna get along just fine. I can see this as the beginning to, well, our forever always. Alright. Hey there, beautiful. I'm addressing this really early in my little note thing here. Someone asked if I can please indicate whether my audios are male for female, male for all, or male for male, etc. And this is something I've contemplated for a while, because I write my own scripts personally, and I write them from an objective of me going outwards. And I am a, how to put this, heterosexual man. I'm straight. But I don't have a problem with bisexuality or anyone in the LGBT community. And I am self-aware of my content. I am self-aware of the fact that there are trans people who do listen, and there are males who do listen to my content, despite it being targeted towards, well, females, because I often use the female pronoun. She, you, princess, etc. That's why I tend to try to use love more often. But there are times where I do enjoy using the word baby girl a lot. And I do want to add something like male for all. But if I do write male for all, I open myself up to scrutinization, in the sense of I am now writing for all. I need to now take into consideration that anybody who listens to this needs to feel welcomed by it. And I need to take pronouns into a serious state, which I've tried to, and I can't, because it's not something that I'm mentally able to do. There are times where I will slip up, but I don't want to slip up. I don't want to put on my content that it is safe for male who doesn't feel that way. Or I don't want to encourage a certain thing on my content that I am not fully committed to. I don't want to put male for females only, because that scrutinizes those people who are male that listen to my content. As well as I don't want to simply just put male for all and then be arrogant or ignorant of the fact that I would have to address everyone in my content to suit that agenda. I have put a lot of thought into it, personally. And it's not a matter of, I don't want to simply use tags like male for female, male for all, simply to get clicks. I don't want to use those tags uneducated, right? I don't want to just simply slap them on my videos without any care for what the tags actually mean. There's a reason why I put boyfriend roleplay in my titles, so that you will know that it's a male voice addressing X thing. I don't want to put for females only, because I don't want to subjugate X people that do listen to it, the people who don't have a fixed gender, the people who identify as something else, even males who are looking for a more softer approach. That being said, I can 100% see why someone will ask for me to start putting those tags in. It will make it easier for people like that to find content that speaks directly to them, as well as they won't click on a video and then be triggered by something that I might say when they are looking for something that's kind of focused to them. And this is where I reach the crossroads of, I would like to be able to make everyone who listens to my content feel safe and accepted. But at the same time, I don't want to misuse very serious tags, because I'm not sure how other content creators feel about it, but to me personally, if I am going to take a tag that says something which is a safety blanket for most people, so that when they see this tag, they feel safe and accepted and they come towards this tag looking for a specific thing, I don't want to put that tag there, and then when they do come, it's like when I did the little space comfort video. I personally had no experience with little space, and it took me a month, maybe a month and a half, of someone requesting the little space content before I made one. Not because I was uncomfortable with it. Being in little space, there's nothing wrong with that. But me as a content creator, I wanted to make sure I fully understood what being in little space meant before I addressed it, before I put my tag as little space comfort. Because I don't want someone to come there seeing little space comfort, expecting little space comfort, and then being sexualized in little space, which is something that would be extremely uncomfortable to them. I don't want to put tags on my lines that betray that expectation of people. That being said, I want to ask you all, how do you all feel about this topic? Because I personally would like to hear your feedback. Do you think it's something that I should be doing, something I should be addressing? Even if it's something not in the title, if I need to, I can start putting a small disclaimer at the beginning of the video. Maybe describing the content that's in the video. Just a 5 seconds of, "Hi, how are you? This audio is based on a male boyfriend," or something like a boyfriend comforting his girlfriend after having a rough day at work. "Thank you for clicking my video and enjoy." Maybe something like that to give you a indicator at the beginning of the video. But then when I do that, I still feel like I subjugate those quote unquote my analytics, that 2% of my fan base that are male, right? But if I put male for all, it's just a constant rotation of, I can't do it in a sense where everyone is pleased. And for the longest while, I've been doing it in this way because it's been the simplest way that the majority of people are pleased. But it has been something that's on my mind, and the fact that somebody brought it to my attention again, I just wanted to talk to all of you, my fan base, to make sure that we all understand, and I get a more broader sense of how everyone feels about the topic, you know? Alright, I tried something new again today. I kind of wanted to talk about, like, I wanted to talk more of, God, I forgot already. Sorry. My brain's been on Genshin lately. I'm AR40 at the moment, if anybody who plays Genshin knows what that means. If you remember when I started Genshin till now, yeah, I'm AR40 right now. I just got done with floor 6 of the Spiral Abyss. I'm moving on to floor 7. Now that I'm AR40, I'm about to grind some artifacts and build up my my two team comps for the Spiral Abyss to attempt floor 7. I just want to make sure that my characters are a bit stronger before I move on to that, get some better elemental reactions. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I kind of forgot. Alright, but this video, I did something new. I want to expand more into the roleplay section. I've done a lot of like personal, like in real life roleplays, and I have like 3 or 4, maybe 8 requests for like supernatural stuff, like a vampire boyfriend, a succubus boyfriend, a werewolf boyfriend, and I've never been open to it because it's not. I always say, like, I make my content based on who I am, and a lot of the things that I say and do is how I would naturally react in that situation in real life. So role playing as a supernatural being is something that I'd have to readjust to. But I thought, let me give it a try and see how I like it. So you might see this whole new monster universe coming together. I did a lot of explanations on monsters and stuff in this video. I didn't know how I wanted to take it, but yeah, I took it that direction. So for now, I hope you enjoyed that. And do you know, you see what I did there? That's 71 or 70.1. Yeah, I knew there's a 1 in there somewhere. 70.1% of the people listening to this right now are not subscribed to me. If you've made it this far and you like the content, please leave a like and a comment down below. As for your subscription, I'll be playing you in a friendly game of rock, paper, scissors. The rule is simple. I'll go rock, paper, scissors, and then shoot upon shoot. I always tire myself out by trying to do that in one go. And when I go shoot, I'll announce that I went, and if I've won, I'm obligated to subscribe. If I've lost, I'm obligated to go down in the comment section and let me know. If it's a joy, I'm obligated to meet me here tomorrow to play again. And if I bring you 2 times in a row, you now belong to me. Nope, that's a lie. I'm tired. It's actually 5 a.m. It's 5:30 already. Wow, sorry. Yeah. I've been fishing in Genshin. I keep blurring out my thoughts. I've just been doing so many things. I want to start streaming. Ignore me. I can't get my brain together right now. I might be a bit a bit sleep deprived. Just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. But yeah. Rock, paper, scissors. Right, let's go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So they went rock. That means if you went scissors, you just lost. But if you went paper, you just won. Okay, guys, remember to please take care of yourselves. As much as I say I'm sleep deprived, I do sleep about 6 hours a day lately. I've been dropping it down from my usual 8 hours, but 6 hours is still a healthy amount. I've just been trying to cram in as much as I can because I do want to impress you guys when I do show you guys my Genshin account again. I'm terribly sorry that I haven't been saving my rolls for rolling for Zhao. I kind of need to roll to keep myself motivated, because if I keep playing Genshin without any reward, the quote unquote the rolls, I would probably have burned out a while ago. But I will 100% be trying to save up as much as I can to roll for Xiaoling when I can. So yeah, next month I would probably be saving up as much Primogems as I can to roll for Xiaoling. And at the end of the month, we will roll for Xiaoling, and whatever primos we have extra, we'll try to roll for Ganyu and see how that goes. Right, let me just end this off right now. Remember to take care of yourself, guys. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for still supporting me. It's been July, right before July, so June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. It's been almost 7 months now. We're going into 8 months. Yeah, we're going into, we're in 7 months. We're approaching our 7 month, going into 8 month, or something like that. I'm too tired to tell, but I'm really grateful for you guys. Thank you guys for everything. Sorry that Genshin has been taking up so much of my time. I haven't been replying to all of my comments as much as I'd like to, but I will get through all of them. So thank you guys for putting on the comments and putting in the time to send your messages. I'm really appreciative of everything you can ever give me. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.